Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And this video today is super amazing. Amazing because in this video you're gonna see amazing walnut river table, epoxy river table. And wow, that was some experience. Anyway, first of all, I would like to tell you one thing I found out which definitely gonna use again. As you can see here in this form I just screw it in to my table, and I put this polyethylene just to prevent epoxy to sticking it to the form or to the table. And man, I should tell you, this works like a charm. I'm gonna use that again, and later on you're gonna see how well it's gonna just leave the form without any hassle. And I had a hassle before with other ways of doing it. One time I spent like probably 2 hours trying to separate it from one to another, and eventually I just had to shave it off. So with this approach you're not gonna have this sort of problem. Anyway, so first thing first, what we do for here is just first layer of the epoxy. I'm using 2-layer filling up, and you're not gonna see the second one here as I forgot to turn my camera on. But why I'm doing it, because when you even this epoxy which I'm using is supposed to be working for a 40 mil depth without any problems. Even in this, for this sort of epoxy is still a problem, because if it's too thick it can overheat, and when it's overheating it's bending. But I'll come back to that later. Before that, now you can see how easy it is to lift it up and work with the table after it's dried out. While I'm shaving edges off with the router, I'll continue my train of thoughts. So when epoxy overheats, it can damage or bend table itself, and it will be a pain in the butt to change or to fix. So to prevent that, I'm using 2 layers of epoxy. But continue on. Here I'm showing you like 7 different types of sanding paper for orbital sander, which I use to sanding a face of the table. I'm not going to show it here, but it's basically a simple task. Follow so thoroughly through the whole surface and then change it to the next one. More interesting here is this super glue I'm using. It's a 2-component glue which I'm using to fix all the small little holes and scratches so that it's going to be an even surface. I have seen other guys doing it, using it, and I tried it for myself for the first time, and I noticed it works like a charm. I really like it. So if you wanna fix some sort of problems like that for yourself, please do use it. Anyway, once that was done, the whole surface of the table is ready to be waxed. And on this project I found out something new, and it was amazing. I'm gonna share it with you as well. Stay here. So the first layer here goes underneath of the table. It's not going to be seen, but just to seal it off, because I don't want the table to be bent as well due to moisture absorption from one side and not from the other one. Once that was fixed, or that was done, I'm starting with the first layer of wax on the surface of the table or face of the table. And this is, as you can see, I'm using here a lot of wax, and it's a lot of extra wax left. I'm using it for going through edges of the table, and it's actually okay. And the next thing, and I was doing that before, I'm just using my orbital sander with this very soft padding for buffing a surface of the table. And at that time I was not using anything else, and once I finished going through the surface as I did before on other projects, I noticed it's not perfect. It's not perfect and it needs to be fixed. So once that was dried out, I came back next day and I noticed all that, and I decided I need to even it off. I was using a sanding paper 120 grade, and just went through thoroughly through all the surface. My aim was here, my target was to find any unevenness or anything which is not smooth, and fix and shave it off. Basically, you can almost say I shaved, or sorry, not shaved, sanded almost all wax, but it's not really true, because the pores of the wood itself is so large, so big, so it's a lot of it stayed there. And after it was done, the surface was smooth and nice, and I was really happy I made that decision. And once that was finished off, I immediately decided to put another layer of wax on it, and you're gonna see it just in a minute. Meanwhile, I'm just making sure anything which is sticking out, anything which is not right, I'm gonna go through and polish it. I'm using my lamp to find if anything was missed or left, but my experience showed that it was successfully cleared, and it was really good job. I'm using this soft cloth to get rid microfiber cloth to get rid of the extra dust. And as I said, once it's ready, a second layer of wax goes on. As usually, a lot of excess, I'm using it to go through the edges, and I didn't show you here, but once that was done, you can see how on the next day how it's showing itself. It's already great, but not as great as I'm looking for to be. It's smooth and nice, but shy, or it's not really that shining yet. And as you can see, there are spots on the wax which I'm not really looking here to be. So the next step, I'm using a 400 sanding paper, and without really strength in it, I'm just going through the surface just to even it off. And that was really important part of the job, because after this process I'm not going to use a sanding paper again. And as usual, I'm going to put a bit of wax here, and as you can see in a minute, I'm going to use additional tool just to buff it properly. Now that's the orbital sander I was using before with buffing pad on it, but it's not really that strong. So I was using this polisher. Usually it's used for polishing cars, but it's perfect for this task, and it showed itself as really good option, and it's really cheap. So yeah, I was going through all the surface thoroughly, and made sure I didn't miss any spots. Now you can already see or tell the difference, but that only a bit. To achieve that shine, when like a marble type shine, I need to continue on. So as you can see now, I'm not using any more sanding paper. I'm just going on top of previous layer, and I'm gonna buff it, and I'm gonna polish it again, and it's gonna be 2 layers of that. As you can see as well, a light right now shows off the beauty of the wood, beauty of the table. I really enjoyed working with it. I was really excited with this project because the walnut itself was some amazing wood. It's so soft in a way of, like, how you feel it. Not, it's a hardwood, but I mean, it softens your eyes. It softens it melts your heart. So yeah, I'm going through the all surface of the table with this polisher, and there you go. It's a fresh one. It's after polishing it. It's not really dried out yet, but with every each layer, it shows better and better surface. One more to go. There you go. Another, or I think the last one. Again, without any sanding paper. Repeating and repeating again. Buffing it, as long as hard as you need to, because you don't want to skip or miss any bit of it. You don't want to have any excess of the wax anywhere. Yeah, and also just pointing out, don't forget to go through all the edges with a cloth, just to remove any excess of the wax, because if it stays there, it's not going to be looking or felt great. But anyway, look at that. That's the result I wanted to achieve. That's the shine I was looking for, and I was really happy to get it. Basically, it shines back at you. For this project, I was using schematics for the legs, which I have taken from the internet, but the legs itself were done in a local welder shop and painted with the dry paint again in a local shop. So altogether, I think it's a brilliant and amazing table, which I was really happy to create. If you like this video, guys, please subscribe, leave some comments below, and if you're interested to get one of these tables yourselves, then I'm open for your offers, and I can make it any wood, any design, any type and size. There you go. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you and bye.